All right, guys, 5 things I love and 5 things I hate about the 2024 Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison, right? The AEV edition ZR2 truck. This is a sweet freaking truck. First and foremost, what I love about this truck is the suspension, okay? This truck has, and we'll go here to the back so you can see it, this truck actually has the Multimatic DSSV suspension, just like the full-size ZR2 pickup truck. They put this same suspension on the Colorado. And guys, it is, in my opinion, one of the best suspensions on the market right now. This truck rides amazing. It's a ton of fun to drive. Basically, having a true off-road small pickup truck is freaking amazing. And that suspension, in my mind, makes it, right? Suspension, I think, always makes it. That's why the Raptors are so freaking awesome. But this truck with the DSSV Multimatic suspension or shocks is freaking awesome. The second thing, guys, is the wheel and tire combo on this ZR2 Bison, right? So not only do you get this specific wheel, beadlock wheel for the Bison or AEV package, right? Which is freaking awesome, right? And that is it's a 17-inch wheel, but it has these huge stinking tires, and these are a 35-inch tire, right? So the fact is, first off, this is all factory. This is 100% factory on this truck, and they put a 35-inch tire on a Chevy Colorado. Freaking awesome. Love how this truck looks, first off, but in my opinion, the wheel and tire always sets it off, so I do love that. So if you guys are looking at these trucks, keep in mind, this is on the Bison package or the AEV package on the ZR2, not every ZR2, right? Actually a limited edition truck, but love the look of this. I love what they did there. Number 3, what I love about this truck is the interior, specifically these seats, guys. These are the ZR2 Colorado seats or interior with the AEV stamp, but they are different than the ZR2 1500 or 2500 seats and interiors, right? And what I mean by that is, like in the 1500s and 2500s, the seats are very rigid, very hard. They're not a super plush seat, but in this truck, they are a lot more plush and they're a lot softer. And you have, they're heated and air conditioned like all of the ZR2s are. But that is something I do love. And see if I can squeeze into this truck, right? But like all in all, these seats are just very comfortable. I love what they did here. I love that it's a different seat. I wish I had a seat more like this in the 1500s and 2500s because it is a lot more comfortable. All right, so let's get back outside, guys. So number 4, what I love about this truck is all of the steel. This truck is loaded up with steel, which, why do I love it? Because it means the truck's gonna hold up off-road. It's gonna hold up with the abuse of taking this thing down trails, you know, across fields, whatever the heck you wanna do. You're gonna take it to the dunes, wherever, right? It's a heavy-duty, small pickup truck. Love that. So steel-wise, guys, we have AEV stamped steel front bumper, AEV stamped rear steel bumper. We have 5 boron steel underbody skid plates. So it has full underbody protection. It's all steel. And whatever boron steel is, or boron steel, right? It's got to be something good, right? It sounds cool anyhow. And then you also have tubular steel rock rails, these guys right here. So this thing is encased with steel with exception of the roof, right? That'd be the only thing that needs you. But anyhow, love that. I love what they did there. Just all of the protection on that truck, all of the steel on that truck. Love that. And then number 5, what I love about this truck is the price point. This truck in a Bison starts at $60,540. The comparisons, guys, and again, you might say 60 grand is a lot of money, right? I'm talking about the comparables. A TRD Pro Tacoma starts at $65,395. So you're basically talking a TRD Tacoma is 5 grand more. And let me just say this truck is a 4-cylinder turbo, but so is the Tacoma. Right? You're not getting a straight V6 anymore. So in my mind, that was the only thing that made the Tacoma worth more money or why I would buy it, right? But if they have basically the same engine, why do I care? A Jeep Gladiator Rubicon X starts at $64,890. A stinking Jeep is more money than this Colorado Bison package. And the Ford Ranger Raptor is around the same money at 60 grand. So, and in my mind, that Ford Ranger Raptor doesn't look near as cool as this truck, right? I think this AEV Bison Colorado I think it's the coolest looking small truck on the market, right? So you guys can disagree with me on that, but I guess I have my opinion, right? So anyhow, love this truck. Now let's get into what I hate about this truck. So guys, first and foremost, while we're outside, I'll show you this. This is the full-size spare on this AEV truck. You can see, same beadlock wheel, same tire. It's awesome that you have a full-size spare. The problem is, it takes up the whole rear window. So inside the truck, guys, when you look in your rearview mirror and you look back at this window, you have no visibility, right? It's the dumbest thing. And because they don't give you the option to have a rearview mirror camera like they do in the 1500s or 2500s, you literally, if you had a rearview mirror camera, it wouldn't matter. But because you have a normal rearview mirror, the placement of that spare tire blows, right? So poor design on their part. Number two, so these trucks are cool, but there's some funky things going on with them. Control-wise in this truck, right down here on the side where you normally would have all of your headlight controls, you know, your auto lights or your, you know, on-off light switches, that type of thing. You have an integrated brake controller and you have your interior dimmer. All of your headlight controls are on this touch screen. If we go to controls right here, look, auto high beams, fog lights, park assist, which is fine, right? But traction control, auto high beams, and fog lights, you have to access through this touch screen, which, let's be honest, if you're chilling here at home screen or you're listening to your music, right? You got to go back into settings. You got to swipe over, you got to go into controls, and then you have to engage or disengage, you know, all of your lighting, right? Which is dumb to me. So now you're saying that if you're driving down the road and you're using your navigation, right? You don't know where you're at. And you're like, crap, I want to turn on my fog lights. Or man, you know, I want to turn off my traction control or turn it on, right? Or my auto high beams. You gotta basically go through this screen to get to it as opposed to just hitting the button right down here, right? So poor design on that part. I don't like that. And then guys, let's jump back out of this truck and I want to go over this, right? So at this price point, you would think this truck's loaded. It's got every single option you could get. Well, the thing that's really, I guess, disappointing is that that's not the case, all right? Your turn signals here are incandescent, right? So your turn signal bulbs, instead of being LEDs, it's just a standard incandescent bulb. Your taillights, instead of being LEDs, they're just standard incandescent taillights, incandescent bulbs. So again, it's an expensive truck, but there's a few features you're like, what the heck were they thinking? I don't know. Like, I love the way this truck looks, but there's definitely a few things I'm gonna be like, man, like if I'm spending 60,000 bucks, which really is the same, it's a similar price to a full-size pickup truck, am I just gonna go buy a full-size pickup truck instead? Number three, the third thing that I hate about these trucks is the fuel mileage, right? This is a 4-cylinder turbo, right? It's not a V6, it's not a V8, it's not some hot engine, something cool. It's a 4-cylinder turbo. And you're thinking, man, if it's a 4-cylinder turbo, I should get great gas mileage, right? Well, I'm sorry to say, but this truck is not gonna get you great gas mileage. The average ratings, literally across the board, when you look online at this truck, the average rating is 16 mile per gallon. The highway rating is 16 mile per gallon. And the around town rating is 16 mile per gallon. So it's 16, 16, 16. And basically what it means is the fuel economy blows. It's a sweet truck, but don't count on getting great fuel economy. All right, guys, number four, what I hate about this truck is kind of like my number 3 point in the fuel economy thing. It's the engine. Why do we have a 4-cylinder turbo in a sweet off-road truck? And I get that the other manufacturers, they're putting these turbo engines in their small pickup trucks as well. It's not any different. But to me, if I'm spending the money on a ZR2 Bison, the coolest Colorado that Chevy makes, it'd be awesome to say, hey, do you want a V8 option in this truck? Just put the 5.3 liter V8 in it. You know what I mean? Like in this small pickup truck, it'd be freaking awesome. And they used to do it. Like way back, you could get a Chevy Colorado with the, I forget what they called it. It was the Alpha, I think. That was the H3 Alpha, which is basically a Colorado. But they put a 5.3 motor in the old Chevy Colorado. This is way back, right? But again, why don't we have a cooler engine in this truck? 4-cylinder turbo is just lame. And to be honest, the guy that wants this true aggressive off-road truck, I'm thinking would value a cool engine as well, right? So again, that's the fourth point. And then number 5, guys, goes back to this truck and some of the weird options that it's lacking. When we open up this passenger door, you're thinking, man, this truck's loaded up. It's got heated and cooled seats. It's got the cameras. It's got, you know, the Multimatic suspension. It's got the big touchscreen, all the gear. But it doesn't have a power adjust passenger seat. It's all manual adjust, right? you got to pull the lever. You got to jam this thing. You got to pull this lever up, which means basically my wife's not going to ride in this truck. Your wife's probably not going to ride in this truck. Your buddy might, but this is not a freaking top of the line pickup truck in that regard. There's a couple key features that it's missing. Sure, if you're driving the truck, the driver's seat's power adjust, you have all the power in the driver's seat, but the passenger seat, I mean, that blows, right? That sucks. So anyhow, guys, that's the ZR2 Colorado Bison package. It is a sweet freaking truck, but there are a couple weird things going on with it. Anyhow, guys, be sure to comment. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree with my likes and dislikes on this truck. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe for more content.